Hello everybody, welcome to the next video. And in this video we will talk about training each muscle group with a 3 times per week workout frequency. Training each muscle group once per week is considered the most common form of a low frequency training. On the other end of that spectrum, we have the concept of training each muscle group 3 times per week. And this is what is typically considered to be the most common form of high-frequency training. The question is this workout frequency that will work best for you? And this is what we are going to find out now. To start, let us take a look at the most common example of this weight training frequency. An example split would be Monday, full body workout, Tuesday, day off, Wednesday, full body workout, Thursday, day off, Friday, full body workout, Saturday, day off, and Sunday, day off. So this is an example of the classic 3-day full body split, which is the split most commonly used with this frequency. And as you see, each muscle group and body part is trained 3 times per week, and this means that each muscle group gets trained once every second and every third day, which makes this a pretty high frequency form of weight training. And this is especially true when compared to the previous, to the once per week training frequency, where each muscle group gets trained only once every 7 days. So how would you make a 3 times per week training frequency work is the question. The key to making a 3 times per week training frequency work is pretty much the opposite of what it takes to make a once per week frequency work. Instead of ensuring that you provide enough of a training stimulus to warrant that full week of rest between training sessions of the same muscle group, your goal here is to provide just enough of the right training stimulus during each workout without exceeding that ideal amount. If the training stimulus is too high, you won't be able to recover in time for the next workout, which is just 2 or 3 days later with a higher frequency like this. So while you must still do enough to provide an effective training stimulus that will cause positive results, you must keep it low enough to avoid impacting your body's ability to recover in time for these more frequent workouts. And here's how people screw it up. And that brings us to one of the common pitfalls of training each muscle group 3 times per week. People incorrectly think they need to take the same amount of volume of exercises, sets and reps that they were doing or would do once per week, and now start doing it 3 times per week. Due to the higher frequency, that's not only not going to work, that's just plain stupid. The trick here is to take that total weekly amount of volume and divide it up somewhat evenly over 3 workouts. Not do the same amount of total weekly volume 3 times per week like an idiot. The human body, muscle, nervous system, etc. just can't recover fast enough to make that work. But as long as the volume done per week per workout is low enough to allow for quick recovery, yet still high enough to be effective, a weight training frequency like this can and does work for many people. And next video, or in another video, we will talk a little bit more about that. So is a 3 times per week training frequency optimal? The answer is, for certain people, yes. For others, not so much. Especially or specifically if you are a beginner with any goal, a 3 times per week training frequency is the most effective way to train. And by beginner I mean anyone who has been weight training for less than 6 months consistently and intelligently. And as usual, this is not just my opinion, it's the opinion of every single qualified trainer, expert and strength coach with half a brain. In fact, it's actually a fact. backed by science and real-world results. Literally, all research and scientific studies looking at these effects of different weight training frequencies in beginners came to the same conclusion. Frequencies in beginners, came to the same conclusions. Training each muscle 3 times per week is the most effective way for a beginner to train, regardless of their specific goal. So if you are a beginner with any goal, build muscle, lose fat, increase strength, or improve your body in any way, 3 times per week workout frequency is indeed optimal for you. As for everyone else, let's break it down. Who is a 3 times per week frequency best suited for? Training each muscle group 3 times per week tends to work best for the following people: beginners with any goal and anyone with the primary goal of increasing strength. So these two type of people, for these two type of people, it's very good suited. Beginners with any goal and anyone with the primary goal of increasing strength. It's not a coincidence that every single intelligently designed beginner's program tends to be some version of the classic 3-day full body split that I showed, that I talked about earlier. This is what has been proven to work best for beginners. The higher frequency allows them to improve motor learning at a much quicker rate. It's kind of like a baby learning something for the first time. How would they learn faster doing something once a week or doing it 3 times a week? And for all intents and purposes, a beginner is basically a weight training baby. It's all brand new to the body, and that means they will be able to soak it all up and progress at a faster rate than non-beginners. Just so happens that a 3 times per week training frequency is the most conducive to allowing this to occur. In fact, this reason is also a big part of why this frequency is extremely effective for non-beginners whose primary goal is strength related. Meaning that if you are past the beginner stage and your main goal is getting stronger, then a 3 times per week frequency is a very proven option for you too. This is why many of the most popular strength-oriented programs around use this same frequency. Being able to retain each important movement as frequently as 3 times per week is a very good environment for consistent strength gains to be made. So if that's your goal, this frequency can definitely be effective. I highly recommend it in both of these cases. So who is the 3 times per week frequency least suited for? Honestly, probably everyone not mentioned above. Now you don't misunderstand me here. Training each muscle group 3 times per week can in fact work for pretty much everyone with any goal and at every experience level, no doubt about it. However, what we are talking about now is what works best and what doesn't. For the people I mentioned above, beginners and with any goal and those mostly interested in strength, this frequency fits the what works best description. For the rest of the population, at other experience levels and or with other goals, it fits the what doesn't description. And yes, it can work. It's just usually not what works best in these cases. So, what works best? We will come to what works best in the next video. And if you want to learn more about mass training advice for natural bodybuilders that is based really on having worked for 2 decades with hundreds of professional athletes and average guys in professional sports, natural bodybuilding and natural powerlifting, if you really want to learn the guidelines, learn which exercises work best, learn which splits are the best, learn every tricks that you have to know based on this experience seen on hundreds of athletes, then you might want to download our ebook. The link is below. Have a nice day.